No, sadly, Neko, you cannot, we won't kill Pokemon today, but if you want to preemptively pay, you can. If you want to preemptively pay for bullets, you can. Just have them loaded in the chamber for the next Pokemon. Evening, guys. How y'all doing? I made myself sad with Spider-Man, so I wanted to do a Q&A stream and cheer up. Also, I just had, like, no energy today. My god, I feel wiped. Now send me Phoenix to look over the Blood Angel script that I just finished. Okay, I'll put the rifle away. I'm sorry. Yeah, tonight's just gonna be like a chill Q&A stream, because... Hey, I know people got burning questions left and right, and I can answer as best as I can about what I know. Which isn't a lot. I am stupid. Also, really glad that I got a lot of support on the recent video. I got one jackass trying to be a smartass in it. And, I just shot it down saying, wow, the ball's on you when you could have just scrolled away instead of doing exactly what I criticized, so. Also, people are asking, what's your problem with, like, Black Templars and Deathcore of Krieg? Fundamentally, I don't have a problem with either. Black Templars are just Knight Space Marines. They're Knight Templar Order Space Marines. Which, in and of itself, is interesting. They're an interesting group. I just personally find them boring. Boring. Oh, look at me, I got a really cool Crusader squad. Cool, what do they do? We're just worse Blood Angels. And I already find the Blood Angels to be fucking boring, so... Elving says that the Emperor's equivalent counter to a Demon Prince. Yeah, Celestine is a demon. Pretty much proven during the fall of Cadia. What happened to the Iron Fist? What do you mean? Imperial Fists, sorry. Oh, what happened to the Imperial Fists? Imperial Fists are still around. They're doing okay. I can't say anything for the War of the Beast series, cause spoilers. Cries and Blood Angels player. Look, I need you guys to understand something. I just find the basic concept of hit it really, really fucking hard to not be as interesting and as boring playstyle-wise. Blood Angels, like, their lore, interesting, decent, cool. Their Legion captain that was, like, who constantly backtalked Sanguinius, that shit was funny. But I personally just don't like the Blood Angels playstyle. And I find any game with them is just boring, sadly. I give them their fair shake, though. How do you build an army? Like, how do you determine what's in your army for a match? Okay, so you and your opponent agree to a point total. So, like, 1,000 points, 1,500, 2,000, whatever the fuck. So then you both keep your army under or equal to that number. You then have to have a character. You have to have one leader. And thanks to 10th edition, you can pretty much take whatever you want. The new Warhammer app for army building really does help in that regard. And you can essentially just take whatever you want, so long as you have a leader, that's your warlord, and so long as your army's gear doesn't conflict, you're perfectly fine to take whatever the fuck you want. So, like, you could run an entire army of Space Marine Terminators, or you could run an entire army of, warriors. You don't have to just take, like, oh, leader, 2 troops, and then you can only take, like, 3 fast attack, 3 elites, 3 heavy supports. No, you can take whatever the fuck you want now. Just giving you a hard grind. That's fair. Are you able to explain how an Orc Wa is made, as all people tell me as Big Boy becomes angry? An Orc Wa is usually started by an Orc warlord who gets big for his britches, gets a fleet, and essentially just wants to go punch something. Last War Protocol, Rogel Dorn. Last War Protocol was a contingency plan. So just in case a situation called for it, essentially the Imperial Fists could hit a button and all of the Imperial Fist subchapters would come to their aid, essentially, like, reunify the Legion. The problem with that is, oh, hey man, there's someone across the channel, it's so good to see so much supportive people. Thank you. The problem with the Last Wall Protocol was the fact that the chapters, by the point in time it was used, have been around for 1,000 years, and those chapters developed their own cultures, their own ideas, their own ways of handling things. So if you had a Black Templar and a Crimson Fist in the same room, both of them would call each other a jackass, and they just kind of butt heads. And this is spoilers for War of the Beast, but the Imperial Fists encountered a really horrific tragedy where only one guy was left named Slaughter. And he used the Last Wall Protocol, because he's like, I don't know what the fuck to do, I'm only a squad sergeant. And then when all the chapters, which I think was like the Fist Exemplar, the Black Templars, the Crimson Fists, the Soul Drinkers, and a few others popped up, and they all just and all the chapter masters just came out. And they're like, "Yeah, so where the fuck's the Imperial Fish chapter master?" Hi. Who the fuck are you? I'm Slaughter. You can see how much of a jarring scenario that was for them. I'm building Blood Angels personally. My buddies want a 3-person free-for-all. Those are fun. 3-person free-for-alls are really fun. Me wanting to run 1,000 Death Company with drop pods. I can't talk about it that much because, like, I'm doing it for the video. I don't want to spoil anything for the video that's coming. But at least to say, the scariest thing in a Blood Angels army will always be Death Company. You are always, always, always going to run into a wall with Blood Angels, and that wall is black-raged idiots. Hey, Ryan. Love your recent vid, man. Thanks, Jay. But yeah, like, I have never seen a Marine unit's output for putting shit down any better than a Death Company Marine. Like, on average, that Death Company will... anything that unit touches just melts instantly. I have been on the receiving end of more than a few of those charges. And, God, what the fuck do I remember them killing? They kill a Land Raider. They kill a squad of Possessed. Kill a squad of Chaos Terminators. Killed Abaddon in a squad of Terminators. Ugh. Yeah, my track record is not good fighting them. Mephisto and Dante are my boys. Blood Angels, Goths, Necrons. Nice, Goth Clan. Goth Clan's great. I love Goth Clan. I don't mind being on the receiving end. Mix it up every once in a while. Yeah, no, like... I'm notorious for playing Power Armor. Like, I play Chaos Marines, I play Thousand Suns, I play World Eaters, I play Ultramarines, I play Black Legion. That's 5 armies in Power Armor. Like, the only other army that I play is Orcs, and even then, they got Power Armor too. I just like my big armored boys. Though I've had to physically restrain myself from buying Sisters of Battle. Just want to say thank you for getting me into 40k. I don't know much of the lore, but loving it still. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere when they join into something. And I'm glad that I can facilitate at least an entrance for you. If you want a good place to start, if you love reading, any of the Caiaphas Cain books, Gaunt's Ghosts is also a good start. Eisenhorn is a really good start as well, if you want to know about the Inquisition. Just buy the Sisters. Ladies in Power Armor is just as good as big dudes in Power Armor. Based! Who would the Salamanders get along with Marine-wise? Oh, we actually do know. Salamanders tend to get along with most chapters. The reason being is that, like, oh, well, while they're going to do that, they make our lives easier while we save and evacuate civilians. Aliens and clear out industrial sectors. So, no one really hates the Salamanders that much, and the Salamanders don't really hate anyone else because they believe in cooperation. Do you think the boys need power armor? I think you should get yourself a snazzy kit. That way, you stop embarrassing yourself. Hey, T-Com. The Salamanders love the Night Lords. Ah, yes. I love them too. By the fire, as I watch them burn, says the Salamander. Actually, something I found really, really cool. In the 8th edition Space Marine codexes, so, like, they released all the individual chapters as, like, their own codexes. So, like, Ultramarines, Imperial Abyss, Salamanders, all of them got their own. Salamanders, Iron Hands, and Raven Guard got Vengeance for Istvan Stratagem, which was basically allows them to reroll everything against specific Chaos Warbands. So, like, they would get rerolls against Iron Warriors, Night Lords, Word Bears, Alpha Legion. I thought that was really cool. Genuinely, I thought that was pretty cool that they, like, included that little lore bed. Night Lords are extra flammable because they don't shower. That grease is an accelerant. You gotta also remember, they're covered in, like, skulls and all that shit, too. Just makes them even more flammable. Internet... my Intercessor, Sanguinary Priests, Eliminators, Map Histories, Mephiston, Dante, all I got. What was Vulcan like lore-wise? I assume you mean the Primarch on this one. Vulcan... He acts like the Superman of 40K. Let's put it that way. He believes in humanity. He believes in the goodness of humanity. But he also justifies all the genocides that he does. Really nice and sweet guy if you're human. An absolute, I will burn you if you are not human. He's just kind of like... He's the antithesis to what Conrad is. He's the antithesis to Conrad's beliefs, is the best way to put it. Hi, Niles. Like, I wish I could put it any other way, but, like, really, he is just the opposite of Conrad in every single way, shape, and form. And the problem is that he's just got really fucking boring books. We talking Warhammer in here? We're talking about anything. Q&A. So yeah, YouTube, if you want to ask questions too, please do. And TikTok, if you can. Please go over to YouTube. I really appreciate it. Plus, the interface is better over there. But yeah, we're practically talking about anything in here. Oh yeah, I also completed the new Spider-Man game, so that was fun. What is the speed of an Unalden swallow? Hold on, we have Google for that. .1 miles per hour. How much is that in Canadian? How much is that in not freedom numbers? How much is that in my 32.3 kilometers? I love 40K, but some of these new AOS models are looking tempting. Honestly, I don't like AOS, but if you're interested in it, go ahead and get into it. I hear that it's really good, and that a lot of people are enjoying it. It's just personally not for me. I'm trying to pick up Kingdom Come. Any tips? Which one's Kingdom Come again? Fuck, I don't know about I don't know what this is. Thanks for subscribe there, Rogers. Is there a game series you want to play but feel you might have missed out on? Oh, dude, there's so many fucking games that I missed out on throughout my life. So, when I was growing up, I was a Nintendo kid. So, I missed out on Jak and Daxter. I missed out on Ratchet and Clank. I missed out on Sly Cooper. I missed out on fucking Uncharted. I missed out on Killzone. I didn't really miss out on the Xbox games that much. Because after Nintendo, we jumped into Xbox. And we got Halo 3 and all the other Halo games on days of release. Lucky me, I guess. But yeah, I never really I never really thought about that. Yeah, T-Com, I understand. I saw your big post in the Discord. I'm sorry, man. What are Templars actually like in lore, not the players? Okay, Black Templars are... How should I put this? They are the embodiment of what you think a Knight Order would be. Mixed with, like, monks. So, like, they're very poetic, they're very spiritual, they're very much all for, like, a brotherhood of knights kind of a thing. They're extremely honorable, which a lot of enemies take advantage of, usually to their own detriment. And they act extremely differently from how other chapters act. Because, as they believe, cool, you said 1,000 Marines, you never said how many chapters. So they're very much about skirting the rules if they can. Also, very highly religious, like bordering on obsession. Should any of the Demon Primarchs be redeemed and returned to the Imperium? If I understand the third Dark Imperium book, they're setting up Mortarion to be redeemed. A whole shit things happens, and essentially the Emperor speaks to Mortarion and says, "You will be redeemed soon, my son. You just need to wait a little bit longer." As, like, Mortarion's being dragged back into the war. Deliverance. I have no idea what the hell it is. I'm sorry. I can't help you there. But yeah, game series that... Honestly, I would love to give Jak and Daxter a shot. I would love to give Ratchet and Clank a shot. I did play Uncharted 4. And I beat it. And it was a really good... It's a really good game to sit down with your friends or your partner and just play through it. It's that good, honestly. That would be fun. I must admit, I'd like to see a Primarch almost become a Chaos God. The closest you're gonna get is fucking Lorgar. If I was to start reading Warhammer, where should I start? As I said, the best books to start with 40k is Caiaphas Cain, Gaunt's Ghosts, Eisenhorn, or the Horus Heresy. Those are good places to start. Morty gonna get bodied. Morty already got bodied multiple times, including by a fucking Grey Knight. Ah, the days of fucking Leroy Jenkins. 5th edition was god-awful. For lore, that was. Gameplay-wise, apparently it was the most fun. So I have to ask, what'd you guys think of the Sisters video that I released today? I hope it was fun. I had a lot of fun with the jokes in it. Especially with, like, the coffin dance. I was proud of that fucking joke. I was proud of that. That is my brain working at, like, 500% a second. At, like, 2 a.m. power. That joke I'm proud of. Who's worse to face off against in battle? Space Marines or Chaos Space Marines? It depends on who you're fighting. Honestly, I'd say Space Marines because the worst they're going to do to you is kill you. If you're fighting Chaos Space Marines, it's a fucking crapshoot. You could just be killed. That's the best case scenario. Confidence was funny. I'm glad that you got the joke. Sister's video was excellent. Nice! Fuck yeah. If you don't know, I've been making Warhammer Army Guide videos on YouTube there. And essentially it's to help newcomers understand the armies they're looking at and wanting to play, as well as giving them helpful tips here and there when playing the game. As well as like a quick abridged lore dump. And I try to add in my humor as much as possible. And I'm glad that I found my people. I'm glad that I found my people about this. What is the best and easiest way how to learn how to play? Hey, I got a video on YouTube that's about... Hold on. Wrong site. I got a video. Hold on. Hold on. View my channel. Wrong video. Hold on. I'm trying, chat. I'm really trying here. Why are you out of order? What is going on here? Ah, yes. Warhammer Army Guide. The basic rules of 40k 10th edition. It is on my channel. Please go watch it. What is the best... Hi, go watch Announcer. Teach me. But yeah, I have a video for that teaches how to play the game with live examples of how the fuck things work. This is great. If you got a chance to watch a war between any two species of Warhammer, would you want to see? I would, if I'm not gonna get hurt, like I'm in the safety of a protective box with popcorn and shoveling it into my mouth. I would love to watch the orcs go fucking balls to the walls against World Eaters. Just an absolute smorgasbord. What's your thoughts on 10th edition? Honestly, I think 10th edition is good. Is it the best edition? I don't know yet. I think it's really good for newcomers. I think it's very much in its early stages of growing pain. But so far, I'm liking what they've done. I had a heart attack when they took away the psychic phase. My poor Thousand Sons will never recover. But it's led to me having to readjust my thinking and my army building when it comes to the game. Which, honestly, is what a game should do every time it updates. It should readjust how you play a little bit. And it's making me do things and experiment with things that I never thought I would. Like Thousand Sons, Zangors. I used to think they were fucking garbage. Never take Zangors. Now, Zangors are a pretty decent chaff option. They hit pretty hard. They're better than Cultists, but even though Cultists are really good for Thousand Sons because we want them to die. We want them to die. And they can clean up a unit that isn't dead, and if they do either or, you get a command point, which adds in a little bit of that thinking there. I like that. Yeah, okay. Good to know about those games. Favorite non-Imperium character? Fuck. Ah, no, don't make me pick my babies. Ah, don't make me pick my babies. No! Ah, my God. My babies. Okay, if it's Chaos, my favorite character is Ahriman. If it's Xenos, my favorite character is Trizon. I like trolls, I'm sorry. It's great. Who do you think would win between orcs and world eaters? It all depends. It all depends. it depends on, like, who's there, what's there, who's leading what, how big the conflict is, that kind of thing. Genuine question, is there a reason for the huge pauldrons on the Space Marine armor? It's just big-ass shoulder pads. They're just big-ass shoulder pads. Take a hit. Corn wins between orcs and world eaters. Correct. Do I like potatoes? Yes, I like potatoes. Also, everyone go over to YouTube. Yeah. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, no, the only winner in that fucking engagement is Corn. Because he does not care for whence the blood flows, just that it does. Good shit. I bit my tongue today, so, like, it hurts to talk. I think Gorkamork would have better time than Corn. No, Corn would love it all the same. In one of your videos, you mentioned a race the orcs devolved from. Is there more info? We know what they're called. We know that they were more brutal. They were called the Krorks. And the best way to describe them is that, like, they were like the Primarchs, but like orc? Is the best way to put it. And they just devolved over 60 million years. We need Gene Splicing Guard. Have you ever heard Gene Stealer cults? Because have I a fucking army for you? I really need a stand. Have I an army for you? Other than the Infinite and Divine, what book do you recommend? Oh god. Okay, it's not beginner friendly, but I do recommend Ahriman Exile. After reading the Gene Father book, please tell me there is not going to be Chaos Primaris Marines. I don't know. I don't know. GW. Oh, shit. Oh, please tell me none of you broke. I don't know. And that's the worst thing, is that, like, all I can say to you guys is that I don't know. What's your guilty pleasure game? Fuck. That's my guilty pleasure. What do I... Oh god, what do I know is absolute fucking trash if I still play it? Ah, fuck. God damn, I'm trying to think of my guilty pleasure. Son of a bitch. Steam, help me out. Oh my fucking god. Sorry, TikTok, you're gonna be on your side here for a minute because I don't have a stand for this fucking phone. One sec. Steam, help me out here. Guilty pleasure, where are you? Ah, there it is. Fear 3. that's a guilty pleasure of mine. Everyone doesn't like it, but here I am as a person that's like, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was serviceable. I thought it was good. No bugs, but like special weapons projects, Weapon X style. I want some Blackwater Super Soldier. Worst army, who's battling and who wins. Okay, let's say you have to face off against your top pick of an army. Now you have to choose the worst army. Who's battling and who wins? My best army against the worst army? I don't understand the concept here. What is your guilty pleasure anime? Desert Punk. Absolute raunch filth of a show. Absolute shit. Studio Gonzo garbage. Fuck me. I laughed. I laughed a few times watching it. And it's one of those like, wow, a desert world, like the whole world, like radiated desert. That's really cool and interesting. Main character is worse than Master Roshi in a lot of different ways. So supposedly Trizon has a quirk in his collection. Do you think it'll ever be released? Nope. Here's the thing about Trizon. He is the perfect scapegoat for when GW just wants something to disappear and never think about again. So is the Emperor waking up? How would you think he will handle the church? The Emperor is most assuredly not waking up. If he did, I can tell you right the fuck now, he'd burn the church to the ground. No, you're facing your favorite army against your worst army you control. Oh, fuck. Okay, my worst army right now is World Eaters, and my best army is Thousand Suns. So, it all depends. Thousand Suns suck in close combat, but World Eaters don't have a lot of ranged options. I think what it'll come down to is that my World Eaters could cut through my Thousand Suns, but it will be hard to take objectives from my 1K Suns. What would you do? What would you do to make Black Templar lore better? I don't know, honestly. I personally just don't like the Black Templars. I just personally don't like them. And I don't know if I could make their lore better. Because, essentially, I just give them a right fucking smackdown. But, like, they've gotten humbled a million times, and it just kind of be like repeating the same process over and over. Kind of a crossover question, but how do you think the Necrons would react to the Flood from Halo? Purge it? Ew, what's this fleshy thing? That's essentially it. Also, are we getting a Wa against Abaddon because of Yarick? Abby did not kill Yarick as far as I'm aware. I think it was Angron that killed Yarick. And I think Gazgul has moved on. I think he's moved on from Yarick and is now sorely focused on Logan Ragnar. Not Logan, Ragnar Blackmane. But yeah, if you're wondering, like, if I have, like, any, inappropriate games, like Honey Pop and all that kind of stuff, no, I don't. I don't actively go seeking those out. But yeah, no, like, I know for a fact that it was not Abaddon who killed him. The Orc Horde is attacking. You choose one chapter of Space Marines to fend them off. Who is it? Ultramarines. Ultramarines all the way. They'll keep collateral damage down to a minimum. Ghazi with the steel chair for Angron was a fun meme while it lasted. Not even the daddy dating game. I forgot that was the thing. No, I'm not a big fan of, like, storybook games. I like Phoenix Wright, but I don't care for most of those kinds of games. Interactive storybook. I usually don't like those. Plus, like, dating sims. The reason why Monster Prom gets away with it for me is because Monster Prom is just so fucking out of its mind. Plus, I like the artwork. I had to ask. No, that's fair. Totally fair, Neko. Have you played the Horizon games? I have not played the Horizon games. I have not played the Horizon games at all, no. Due to a mix of me just never having access to them and just not being interested in them is a big issue. I really fucking hate Apple. You get to sit on your side for a minute, TikTok. I'm sorry. My phone's dying. Because I don't know how to keep full charge. I think Sanguinius would have made a better Khorne Demon than Angron. What about you? No. I don't think so at all. One, Sanguinius is too bitchy and whiny. All his books are. All of his fucking books. Oh my fucking god. Any book that he is in... I'm sorry, I'm going on a rant again here. All he does is bitch and whine. Woe is me. Oh my god. Oh, the universe is terrible. Motherfucker. It isn't until the Siege of Terra, where he's staring down a group of Titans and telling them to fuck off, where I finally went, yeah, to Sanguinius. But leading up to that, oh my god! The fact that Gulliman and Lionel didn't just kick him in the ass and say, get the fuck out there and motivate people already! Oh my god, he's a pampered little snob and I hate him. Do you like beat-em-up games? I'm okay with them. Fucking hate Sanguinius. Oh, but he died for our sins. Oh, good for the Jesus allegory. I have less of a fuck. I tried to be as polite as possible in the Blood Angels script, okay? I'm sorry. So just because I need to see your reaction, did you know they made a dating game about Colonel Sanders and his finger-licking good chicken? And it was okayed by KFC. I am aware of that. That was funny. That was funny as fuck. But yeah, no, like, I don't get the hype around Sanguinius. I don't give a shit about him. Because, like, when you read the books, oh my god, you just want him to shut up already. He's either moping and doping around, or he's getting reprimanded by his fifth captain, who is the actual likable character in the room. So, do you think Sanguinius is the worst Primarch? Or is there a worse one? Sanguinius isn't the worst one. The worst one, in my opinion, is Lorgar. Lorgar is the worst because of just who he is as a person. Yes, Sanguinius mopes and dopes around all day, but Lorgar is an active monster. And he's the kind of guy who will burn someone at the stake with a smile in his, like a smile on his face, and go, yes, my dad made me do it. The gods made me do it. Yes. Will be stared in the face by a demon and told, yes, your sons will suffer horrifically. And there's that same fucked smile on his face and goes, okay. And then when like, the Galvorback get back from the fucking torture they went through, he's smiling, nodding, going, interesting. How many more can we make? Whereas fucking Argyle Tall is just going, motherfucker, did you listen to anything I just said? And he goes, yes, 'tis the blessing of the gods. Fucking hate Lorgar. Angron, I can fix him. Just give me some time, I can fix him. I can make him whole again! We can give him the death he wants! Just give me 10 minutes alone and we can do it! If you could switch the fates of a Loyalist Primarch and a Traitor Primarch, not Horus. A Loyalist if I could switch the loyalty of one Legion for another. Honestly, I'd switch out the Emperor's Children and the White Scars. I'd honestly swap them. Not make like the White Scars like a Chaos Worshipping Legion. Oh shit. Not make the White Scars a Chaos Worshipping Legion, more like a Renegade like Night Lords are. But yeah, I would totally love to see them swapped. I'd switch Magnus because he's so tragic. No, I would not. He needs to learn. Baby needs to learn. Space Marines versus Clone Trooper Army plus Jedi Commanders, who wins? It's a Clone Army. If it's the 501st or 252nd, I could see them winning. Come on, YouTube, you got any questions? Come on. Again, I'm a big fan of Emperor CTS, so my view is non-canon. That's fair. No, I think Magnus deserved to fall. Listen, guys, Thousand Sons are my favorite army of all time. I know their lore in and out like the back of my fucking hand. Nah, Magnus fucking deserved what he got. When you read the books, holy shit, he's an arrogant little bitch. I like the Thousand Sons for the Thousand Sons. I don't like the Thousand Sons for Magnus. Magnus is very much ego getting its comeuppance. You think we'll see Primorcs again? Never. We will never see Primorcs. The whole point of 40k is to show, oh yeah, they were worse, so be thankful they're not. That's the point of the orcs. They were this, be thankful they're not anymore. Are you going to give Don't Scream a chance? I played it. Beware. Beware to Moose. Don't scream. Do I scream that much in a horror game? I don't remember screaming that much. Hey, Phoenix. Phoenix! Can you come here? Let's be honest, the question can always boil down to, was it Alfarius? How do you feel about Omegon and Alfarius? My entire worldview got flipped upside down. All my theories are out the window. Okay, do I scream at horror games?
Not scream, you yell. There is a difference.
So I like go like, oh shit, that kind of thing?
And you scream in frustration when the big bads get you. But I don't think... The only time I've ever heard you scream is when I sneak up behind you while you're playing a video game.
Because Neko pointed this to me.
Yeah.
It's early access. You play 18 minutes of a recording.
Mm-hmm.
Time only moves when you move.
Mm-hmm.
And if you scream, it restarts.
So you need to play with a mic that's not too sensitive. Because if you make any noise...
No, apparently there's like a threshold meter.
Okay. You would probably not be okay with that game because of the volumes that you reach without screaming.
That's fair. I get frustrated with Wick. Guys, you gotta remember that, like...
Not only just you getting frustrated, the volume that you regularly speak at during your streams is very loud.
Guys, something I need to, like, alert you to. I have a deep voice. Like, a very deep voice. And it's very powerful. I have to actively watch myself when I'm just doing stuff. Like, I have to watch my volume in echoey locations. I have to watch how I talk in locations. Because, like, I can be heard down the fucking street if I just talk. And, like, no one's checking my volume. Like, I have to check my volume. How would you build an undefeatable army? Who is in it and there's no limit on it? Are you talking gameplay-wise or, like, lore-wise? If you had to rank the fall to chaos from least worst to worst fall, how would you? Conrad is the least and the worst. Whoever, like, the person who got the worst deal was, Ooh, this is actually hard. I am not playing Dream Daddy. There's a thing to adjust sensitivity. That's great. It probably won't help. Like when I make my recordings, I have to, like, my mic. Guys, my mic is just barely at 25%. That's how loud I am. Who do you think the next Primal comeback will be? I always say it's Jagatai. Maybe Perturabo got the worst deal. No, he went in willingly. He was reluctant at first, but then he went balls deep. Conrad never fell, hence why he's the least. Perturabo, no, he's somewhere in the middle. Why not? Because I don't want to. Boss's voice is powered by Dragon Souls. Undefeatable army. Fiction-wise... Okay, unbeatable army. 501st Legion. Blue Team. Ultramarines. Led by a coalition of Captain Cutter, Rowboat Gullyman, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Boom, I never lose. The Dauntless Few. The speech that Khan hits Mortarion with was top tier. Ultramarines have the plot armor. Not anymore, we don't! Matthew Ward is gone! We're fucking vulnerable, man. we got, like, Cato Sicarius is scarred for life. And he went straight to being an atheist. Dr. Manhattan. Do you think the twin who was raised by Malcador was killed by Dorn? Nope. Thanks to the Alfarius book, it wasn't him. So, in the Alfarius book, we learned that Omegon and Alfarius swapped names. So, Omegon was Alfarius, Alfarius was Omegon. So, Omegon was killed by Dorn. Alfarius was fine. Isn't it named Ultramarine and Bolt Gun? Yep. Well, he was named for the game. Malum Cato. That's what I thought. Yeah, no, that's why all my theories went out the fucking window. Sterngars! Yes, Cato Sicarius. So who got the worst deal falling to Chaos? Arguably either Mortarion or Angron. Angron wants to die and he fucking can't. While Mortarion hates his very existence. The difference being between them is that both of them, one of them chose it willingly to save his own skin, and the other one didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I'd say, at the end of the day, Angron got the worst deal out of it. Malum Cato, the Gig Chad. Malum Cato breaks down the door to an Ultramarines meeting. He's huffing. They all just stare at him. And then Goemon just points to a point, like to a position on screen. He just turns around and walks to the hangar. Everyone then gives a sigh of relief. Cato, 100% his plot armor, kills a bunch of powerful demons. Who the fuck is this Captain Cato? Who the fuck is this Captain Titus guy anyway? Fucking bitch. Fucking pansy. Couldn't fucking kill one demon prince. Killed like 5 great Lords of fucking Change, bitch. Fucking did it myself. He screams. Love your content, man. New to 40k this year, and your content is so informative. Just beat Bolt Gun 2. Nice. Consider following me on YouTube. I got more videos over there. Yeah, no, fucking holy shit. Playing Bolt Gun for like... It is wild, kids. Absolutely fucking wild. Saving this to my Discord, hold on. That fight with the Lord of Change was intense. You can't kill any ads or it spawns an armor on you. Ah, yeah. Fuck him. Okay, today was going to just be a short Q&A stream. I thank both sides of the spectrum for joining. Hi, Adrian. Sorry, you just came in late. But TikTok, please go subscribe to my YouTube. Please share my YouTube videos around. We're doing good on YouTube. I've always wanted to get into the game, but I don't have the 40k to get started. You can usually find Army secondhand. Live in the rural area. Any recommendations on how to play? Look for your local gaming store and ask if they have it. This was awesome. Head to your YouTube, sir. Thank you. You all have a fantastic night over there on TikTok, guys. Remember, go check out the YouTube channel. Tato, Kato, whatever, was actually the one to kill Horus. Big E used the power to pull him back in time! Ah! Alright, chat. I love you guys. I'll see you on Monday with more Nuzlocke.